This is a tour of my urban stealth camper van.
What I'm going to do is just give you a quick look. Moving in, this is what the van looks like from side to side when you open the cargo doors. The van took roughly about 200 hours to convert. It was an entirely empty van when I first got it. In the conversion, I added a layer of Reflectix all around the inside, then a 1-inch thick rigid foam insulation all around the inside, then a 1/2-inch thick birch plywood all around the inside, and then I did this cedar paneling that you can see here. This is the view from the front to the back. As you can see, everything's pretty condensed. Very nice, cozy space. My front seat, I have some tools on the ground here in the passenger side. I'm usually by myself, so I do not have to worry so much about passengers. Living in such a confined space, it has been very nice to have boxes. Keeping things in boxes is a great way to be organized so things don't get messy. Keeping everything neat is a very, very, very helpful tip, I would say, if you plan on living the van life. So looking at it from the back here, if I open up the door, I've got my ski gear, my climbing gear, my camping gear, my day-to-day clothing under the bed with a lot of storage, so keep a lot of extra tools, anything I might be using, which is very helpful. The electricity system is pretty simple. This 150-watt solar panel is connected through the roof to the solar charge controller, and then directly under the bed I have a 100 amp hour battery connected to an inverter so I can change the 12-volt system into plugs that I can use. Instead of a refrigerator, I decided to go with a cooler. That way I don't use that much electricity. My lights system, very simple, it's a small space. I'm using these string lights connected to these lanterns. The food that I use that doesn't need to be cooked, I keep in this pantry here, which has been very helpful. It's just mostly granola, pasta, peanut butter, non-perishables. I installed a Max Air fan, which has been working really well, connected directly to my battery using this breaker, this fuse box. As far as costs go, I spent about $1,500 on the battery, the inverter, the solar panel, all of the cables to connect everything, my solar charge controller, and I spent another few $100s on the Max Air fan. All of my materials to do the conversion probably ran me about another $1,500, and then the tools and other various extras that I needed to be able to complete the project was probably another $500. So all in, the conversion from entirely empty cargo van to finished converted stealth camper van was probably about $4,000. And everything has been working really well. I hope you enjoyed the tour here, and I am really excited to get going on my trip around the country.